What is going on, you guys? I am back here for another video today, and today we're going to be talking about the newest MCU Marvel movie that came out recently, and that is Thor Ragnarok. So Thor Ragnarok is directed by Taika Waititi, and without really getting into spoilers about this film, it's primarily about the mighty old powerful god of thunder, Thor, in which he is extremely badass in this film, and he's going up against the goddess of death, Hela. And so basically in this film, Thor, he's the good guy, Hela, she's the bad girl. And it's basically a conflict of them two throughout the film. And alone, Thor meets Hulk again, the Grandmaster, Valkyrie, a whole bunch of new people getting introduced. And Hela, she wants to take over Asgard. And Thor is not okay with that one bit. So with me, I'm a big Marvel fan, big comic book fan in general. I'm a fan of the DC movies too. I love basically all comic book films. And I know a lot of you guys with Rotten Tomatoes, you try not really to look too in depth with them because everyone has their own opinions. But on Twitter, people on YouTube, they're all talking about 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, which just started out. It draggily went down a little bit. But this is the highest grossing Marvel film of all time. So just hearing that alone, I mean, I didn't want it to affect my opinion too much going into the movie, but I'm like, this should be pretty damn good. And so was it? I didn't think it was excellent, but I thought it was still pretty good, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And with the first two installments of Thor 1 and then Thor 2, The Dark World, and even the Avengers 1 and Avengers Age of Ultron, Thor was primarily on Earth for a majority of the film. And I just wanted the God of Thunder, Thor, to be in the galaxy, on Asgard, on these other planets, you know, because he's the god of thunder. I want to see him in outer space kicking ass. I mean, he's cool on Earth and all, but he's meant to be up here. And along with Chris Hemsworth and basically all the cast around, they all had excellent performances. But with Chris Hemsworth and Thor, I feel like this was his best portrayal of Thor, as well as Mark Ruffalo and Hulk. This was the best portrayal of Hulk and Mark Ruffalo. They just did a great job of these two characters. Both of them actually had really good development, new additions added to them, and with Hulk, you get to see really what we kind of envision Hulk as, and with Thor, we see that he's more than just a guy with a hammer. He is very much more than that. And also, we had Loki in this movie, which wasn't a surprise really, but he was pretty good in this too. He was very enjoyable. He was pretty funny with some parts, and I don't think he'll ever be as great as a character, not acting standpoint, because he brings it every single time. But in Avengers 1, I don't think he'll be able to top that. His character was just so good in that film. But in Thor Ragnarok, I love Loki quite a bit too. And also we have Jeff Goldblum, and he's playing the Grandmaster, and this guy, it's him and another guy that's really funny, that stand out quite a bit. I'm not going to mention the other guy because I think you guys should experience him yourself with getting to know him from a first person point of view. But the Grandmaster, played by Jeff Goldblum, this guy is so freaking hilarious. He made it a joke that Thor said of Asgard, and he was like, Asgard. And I know it's a bit corny, but the whole theater started laughing at basically every line that he said. But yeah, all the performances were good basically around the whole film. And okay, so let's get into this. The way I've been viewing online that everyone's been kind of critiquing about is how the laughs and jokes were presented. A lot of people have been thinking that they did it a lot and a lot and a lot, but for me that's not the case. I thought they were fine. For me, I thought the first and second act of this film were just perfect. They were outstanding. I don't think they could have done a better job with them. But with my kind of issues with Thor Ragnarok is basically the third act. No, not the whole third act, but there was some chunks in it that kind of had me have some problems with it. For example, in the beginning of the third act, there was some pacing issues. There was times when I was like, come on, hurry up. This is a bit slow going here. And this isn't a spoiler because all films, basically, all comic book films, they all have that big climactic scene. And this one when we got to the big climactic scene, it felt like we were just have characters talking and then just boom, there it is. It felt like we didn't really have much build up towards this big climactic scene. And that also gets to the point where Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, which she's a phenomenal actress, and I thought she was great in this film as well with Valkyrie. And I thought she was great. Like I said, her character was very intriguing. Every time she was on screen throughout the first, second, and third act, she was intriguing. I had myself engaged with her character. But it just felt like how she wasn't really that good and noticeable in the big climactic scene. I thought she could have been a little better with that. And with Hela, this chick was a badass villain. I'm trying to think, and there probably is some female villains that have been in the MCU, been in comic book films. I don't really remember all of them that well right now, but Hela, she's one of the best female villains I've ever seen in a comic book film in history. This chick is just so strong and intimidating, and I thought she was great whenever she was on screen. But again, like with Valkyrie, I just wish her character had a little more oomph to it. I thought she did fine. Cate Blanchett as Hela was awesome, which was well expected. But I was just hoping for the extra more thing towards her, especially in the ending. And guys, with that, it sounds like I'm hating on the movie, but I loved the film quite a bit. I just wish I got more of them. I just wish I got like more of Valkyrie, more of Hela in the big climactic scene, because I thought it would have been great because I love their characters. But guys, in the end, I was a big fan of Thor Ragnarok. I didn't think it was excellent with like 100%, but I thought it was pretty enjoyable. I thought it was pretty good in that way. I thought it was funny. This might be one of the darkest comic book films I've ever seen. We get to see Thor's character develop quite a bit, and we really truly get to see on why he is the god of thunder. And guys, with all of that said and done, I was a big fan of Thor Ragnarok, and I'm going to give this film an A-. A lot of people have been raving about this movie from beginning to end, but I thought there was a couple issues, and I still enjoyed it quite a bit, but I mean, those parts kind of bugged me a bit. And so I'm just going to be talking about one quick spoiler, so if you guys want to hear it, by all means listen to me, but if you don't, watch the movie first, then come back. Okay, but so with Hela, I was addressing that I wanted that little more oomph to it, her character. And I mean, like I said, she was fine, her character, except that little in that climactic scene. And what I thought they should have done was, it's revealed in the film that Hela and Thor are brother and sister, the goddess of thunder and goddess of death. And they reveal that in the beginning of the film. And what I would have liked to seen is, if in the end of the movie with a big climactic scene, if she was like, I'm your sister, or something to that, paraphrasing of something like that to Thor. I thought that would have been great. It would have been like Ego saying to his son Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that I killed your mother. Or it would have been like in Spider-Man Homecoming of Michael Keaton revealing to being the father of the girl that Peter likes. Something like that. I just wish like a big impactful thing that would have happened towards the end of the film. I thought that would have fit great, and if something like that happened, I probably would have had no issues with this film whatsoever. I don't know if it was obvious to a lot of people that they were brother and sister, but I mean, for me, I didn't really know, so that's why I thought that would have been a good thing to add. Yeah, but so guys, I thought this film was really enjoying. I'm definitely gonna watch it again in the future. And what did you guys think about Thor Ragnarok? Drop your comments down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, so that way you can see me next time. Thanks for watching.